All right, so in my mind, housing is the hub of your happiness. Okay, that it's called the home, right? It's the hub of that wheel of lots of things, community, your purpose, your choices, and we want to keep you independent and autonomous for as long as possible. That's the goal here. So raise your hand if you want to live 8 years longer. Cool. Raise your hand if you want to save $500,000 in retirement. More hands with the money. I get it. It's okay. Cool. Let's get started. Those two both hold the world record for not being normal, right? The issue here is that when you come into a public space, it is designed for an able-bodied, right-handed individual of perfect height, perfect weight, perfect hearing, perfect eyesight, and the ability to communicate verbally with another human being. Is that everybody you know? No. That's what aging in place is about. The idea is that I want to keep you making your own choices. Okay, and this started for me with thinking about boomers, which is our parents. Now our kids call us boomers, but that's a different story. The text is a little small there, but the joke is, sad thing about this, Joe, is in 20 years we're going to be doing the same thing, still bald, no teeth, and wearing diapers. Okay, life's full circle, right? And the reason I try to make a joke here and there is because this is a tough conversation. Okay, it's a mortality conversation. So if you can't laugh at yourself, laugh at me. We'll get through it. Hopefully Sloan showed you that's pretty easy to do. Okay, these charts, if they had connected to the internet, would move. What is the story on the left is the baby boomer bulge. It's the people born between 1945 and 64. And as that moves through between 1950 and 2040, what you find at the end is the largest increase in age population change is 85 plus. It's a tenfold increase by the time we get to 2040. So that's what's happening. They're calling it the silver tsunami. I think that's a little bit of a dated term, but the truth is that it is a catastrophic occurrence from a demographic perspective, okay? And so our idea is, well, if 2/3 of your homes now across the United States are empty nested, soon that's actually going to be 3/4. In my opinion, we can redesign bedroom 3 and 4, which they're only collecting dust bunnies and Christmas presents for grandkids, and we can actually design a house that was a spec house and turn it into something that you can keep. That we'll get into the math a little bit later, but if you know anything about the real estate industry right now, it is slowed down because what do you do when it costs $400 a square foot to build a house and interest rates are 7%? Why would I move out of my 2,500 square foot house, get a 1,400 square foot house, and pay the same mortgage payment? That's the situation I'm in with 4 teenagers and 4 aging parents. I'm the poster child of the sandwich generation. Why they even get into this? Why listen to a 40-something talk about old people housing? When I was at the University of Washington Architecture School, when I left Vancouver, Washington, my grandmother was 5'9", traveling the world playing bridge, playing cards at a master's level. When I got out of architecture school, she was 5'2", trapped in a hospital bed in the living room of her split-level home in Portland, Oregon, and she didn't know Carl's name. Okay. So for her, osteoporosis and Alzheimer's, I was 22. I don't want to know about grandma's medical. I don't want to know about her hygiene, but I was an architecture student. Her house was broken. Fast forward 15 years later, I buy a car off Craigslist. Yes, I know that dates me. 2 63-year-olds bring me a car. Cool, whose is this? Mom, she finally gave up the keys. She's 92. Cool, where does she live? Assisted living place down the road in Silverdale. Said, I'm doing a little research. Do you mind if I ask? Don't answer. It's a personal question if you don't want to. What did that cost you? $150,000 out of pocket and $10,000 a month. Raise your hand if you have a $10,000 mortgage. I mean, if you do, I'm adoptable. I would love to see your house. but nobody raised their hand. Okay, but that is the cost of if not. That's what not planning looks like as an outcome.